I have been transmigrated into a manga series that is currently airing. If my popularity among the audience does not break into the top 10, the plot will simply kill me off. To survive, I went straight to the system and took out a loan of 1 million popularity points. Loan successful. I used it all to max out my current attributes. It has been 2 years. Now, the main plot is finally about to begin. By the time this season ends, if I want to stay alive, I must secure enough fan popularity. I have branded my character as a born powerhouse. To pull it off, I burned through that 1,000,000-point loan, trading it for an S-rank starter kit. Being number 1 in popularity this season is a goal I absolutely must achieve. The final assessment, organized by Yukon, is about to start. Hurry up and come down. The stage is set. Now, it is time for the actors to make their entrance. Oh, Caroline, good morning. Hey Tiandao. Do you even realize what day it is? Even at a time like this, you are actually in the mood to sit here watching the sunrise. Aren't you afraid of failing the assessment? Tiandao, I am not joking with you right now. You have to take things seriously today. Do you understand? Because if we fail this assessment... Relax, Caroline. I am here. We won't fail. And why is that? If you really need a reason, it is obviously because I am the strongest. What is wrong, Tiandao? Did something happen? Something huge just happened. Caroline, we are in serious trouble now. Look, Tiandao, do not just stand there saying it is a disaster. Tell me exactly what is going on. Caroline, the cafeteria has my favorite strawberry cake today, but I was so busy watching the sunrise, I forgot to ask Auntie Lena to save some for me. Caroline, do you think I can still make it if I run there now? The top rated in StarCore synchronization, with perfect scores in every midterm subject. Tiandao, why is it that you are clearly so airheaded? Yet when the words "the strongest" come out of your mouth, it actually feels completely natural, though I hate to admit it. Compared to you, we really do seem like we are from different worlds. Tiandao, are you part hamster or something? Eating that much? I can't believe. You even ate my portion of the strawberry cake too. What do you mean stole it? I call this strategic stockpiling. Besides, Caroline, today is the day of the final assessment. Those guys usually have terrible tempers, and right now, they are like a powder keg, ready to blow at the slightest touch, just in case a fight breaks out later. Hey brother Tiandao, sister Caroline. So, have you guys eaten breakfast yet? Yeah, I have eaten. What did you have? Just a standard nutrition meal. What? I can't believe that on a crucial day like the final assessment, you are just eating that kind of slop. No wonder you have never been able to activate your star core. Chenkong, Sai. What is for breakfast? Does that have anything to do with the star core? Of course. As the top genius of Yukon, my brain consumes as much sugar as 3 grown men every single day. Why am I so strong? It is obviously because I eat a double serving of sweets every day. If you were like me, eating double portions of sugar every day, then maybe you would awaken your star core in a heartbeat too. Is that really true? You idiot, he is pulling your leg. Sister. Tiandao, are you trying to use that full of holes sugar theory again? To trick people? How can you call it trickery? Science proves that glucose does not just boost brain power. It can also... Shut it. You think everyone is like you, a total sugar addict. Chenxing, saying that really hurts my feelings. Is this sudden outburst because it is not that you look down on Chen Kong, but rather, you are jealous that he gets my special coaching? Oh, just say it. If you would said that sooner. What? Me jealous of this loser? It has been 2 years. He can't even perform the most basic star source sensing. Trash like him does not even deserve. Hey, I can ignore everything else. But talking about your own brother like that is not cool. Am I wrong? Out of 36 students in the Star Children project, he is the only one whose star core has not. That is because his star core is quite special. My star core is special. Yeah, very special. So special that besides me, no one can even guess what your star core actually is. So, wanna know what I have discovered? Your star core is not actually unactivated. It is just too powerful. So powerful that even you can't control it yet. Then why did I? Shish Chen Kong. The answer is only fun if you find it yourself, right? Looks like the test is about to begin. Good luck, Chen Kong. I have got high hopes for you. You idiot, you actually believe that crap. Tiandao is clearly just playing with you. If your star core was really that special, why have not even the higher-ups in the organization noticed? Chen Xing, how about we make a bet? Let us bet on whether Chen Kong can awaken his star core during the final test. What are the stakes? How about we bet sweets? If I win, then your dessert rations for the next 3 months are mine. And if I lose? Fine. But you are not allowed to lift a finger to help him. No problem. I have already seen the original script via the popularity system. Chen Kong will be driven to a dead end during the exam, and finally awaken that bug-level ability. Star Source Nullification. This bet is already in the bag. Besides that, I want you to change the stakes a bit. To what? If I win, I do not want your sweets. I want you to go all out and have a real fight with me. Chen Xing, some things I can brush off once or twice. But 3 or 4 times, that is a completely different story. After all, a lion won't tolerate a hyena's constant provocations forever. So we should wait until Chen Kong completely masters his own star core and understands its true purpose. Only then should you come and discuss this with me, because as you are now, you are nowhere near worthy of making me get serious. After all, you can't even withstand my mere presence. Can you? Oh, bullying your classmates again, little Tiandao. That is a false accusation, Sister Yunmeng. I was clearly just having a friendly and highly productive exchange with Chen Kong. Cut the act. This is clearly bullying. The assessment is about to begin, yet you are trying to pick a fight with your own classmate. Chen Xing, have you forgotten the organization's rules? And you, little Tiandao, why are you always giving Chen Kong a hard time? You both are the brightest geniuses the organization has. Can't you just get along? Sister Yunmeng, you can't blame me for this. Chen Xing was the one who provoked me. I was just acting in self-defense. You really are something. Fine, I will deal with you after the assessment. Now get back to your squad. The assessment starts any minute now. Many high-ranking VIPs are visiting the organization today. Don't you dare drop the ball. Don't worry, Sister Yunmeng. I am, after all, the strongest. Hey, Tiandao. Was what you just said to Chen Kong actually true? Take a wild guess. The failure rate for star core surgery is extremely high, but anyone who can walk off that operating table alive and endure until now must have already adapted to the star core implanted within them, although Chen Kong has not shown any star core abilities over the past 2 years. At the same time, he has not shown any signs of rejection either. He is just normal, like an ordinary person who never had the surgery. But if you look at it from another perspective, Chen Kong being too normal actually makes him seem very abnormal. Cold indifference is just another form of violence. Caroline has not said a single word to him in 2 years. As for me, in a way, I am more arrogant than all of them, because in my eyes, they are all nothing more than a swarm of ants. There is no difference between them, and that is why Chen Kong can ironically feel a sense of so-called respect from me. I was not lying, of course. As a transmigrator, I know better than anyone how special Chen Kong, the protagonist, really is. His star core surgery was a complete success. His compatibility is 100%, just like mine and Chen Xing's. It is just latent. The reason lies with his mother, who was a humanoid star beast. So Chen Kong and Chen Xing are born binary stars. Chen Kong's lineage leans toward human, while Chen Xing's leans toward the beast. Being human is actually Chen Kong's innate ability, a broken game-changing ability that nullifies all star energy. But because of that, it suppresses the star core inside him. As soon as he realizes this, he can activate the power of the star core. These siblings basically have 2 star cores as cheat codes. If I had not activated my own cheats long ago, I would never be able to suppress the max-level talent of Chen Xing. However, that guy Chen Kong, before the final assessment plot kicks in, he still won't have the key to his own power. The original plot of this world revolved around the conflict between these siblings. But now that I am here, I won't let those two. That sibling duo is stealing all the thunder, but the top spot for popularity. I, Tiandao, am definitely taking it. While we wait for the assessment content, in a VIP lounge 100 meters underground, a group of the rich and powerful has gathered. They came here for one reason only, to evaluate the value of the Star Children project. Everyone, please take a look. This is our project's most outstanding masterpiece to date. Star Child Sequence 001. Tiandao. Comprehensive potential rating, S rank, 6 months after his star core surgery. He already possessed the terrifying strength to defeat a special ops tactical team, all by himself. That is impossible, to reach such a level without star source. Doctor, are you sure this footage has not been faked? I will stake my life on it. These 2 clips have not undergone any post-processing. What is even more shocking is, this battle took place 183 days after Tiandao's star core surgery. In other words, at that time, he was not even 11 years old. The Sky-Eye Beast, a rare species in star core legend that can glimpse the future. And Tiandao's synchronization rate with it is 0.9s098. Do you know something? Actually, before the star core surgery, we ran a star energy physical on this child. This is impossible. A naturally awakened S rank, a genius with innate S rank star energy, who then obtained a perfect star core. His potential is immeasurable. Perfect innate conditions, perfect star core compatibility, plus an unparalleled talent for combat. Pay attention here. One of the Sky-Eye Beast's abilities is future sight. Although the current Tiandao cannot fully unleash the potential of these eyes yet, he can predict an opponent's moves about half a second in advance. But that is already enough for him to fight without any star source. Challenging. Veteran combat type Tier 1 star apostles. Doctor, name your price. Is this star of eternal night enough? I am sorry, everyone. Tiandao is not for sale. Because only he can carry the dreams of us old folks. To prove to those who betrayed, abandoned, and looked down on us, that the so-called Yukon is not just some ashes to be swept out after burning out. It can also birth the fire of a new era. And in this brand new age, it will erupt once more, with a brilliance that outshines all the stars. I believe from the bottom of my heart that under his leadership, Yukon will soon end this so-called Star Source era and open a brand new age. Gentlemen, are you ready to welcome the new era? An era named Tiandao. New era doctor. You seem to have forgotten to explain one very critical issue, and that issue is your so-called perfect creation actually controllable? After all, I do not think a powerful star apostle would willingly become a tool for others to realize their dreams. Would they? My dear guest, it seems you have misunderstood one thing. Oh, I have said it from the very beginning. Tiandao is our appointed leader. As for controlling him, we never even considered it. He just needs to be himself. Even if such a decision might potentially lead us to ruin, but even if that worst case scenario happens, we still believe that he will take the reborn Yukon to an entirely new height, and in a brand new way, fulfill the dreams of us old fogies. I see. It seems you guys have already thought this through, and you are willing to bear the absolute worst consequences for it. If that is the case, then I have no further questions. Starchild Sequence 002, Chenxing. Nature System Blood Flame Beast. Star Core Compatibility, 99%. Starchild Sequence 003, Luli. Trait System Mirror Flower Butterfly. Star Core Compatibility, 92%. Starchild Sequence 004, Caroline. Mechanical System Heavenly Nekomata. Star Core Compatibility, 90%. Starchild Sequence 005. Starchild Sequence 036, Chenkong. Trait System Black Star. Star Core Compatibility, unknown. When introducing Chenkong, not only is there no combat footage, but his data is also abnormally brief. Why is there so little info on the last star child? And his star core compatibility is actually marked as unknown. That is because we can't even confirm if he truly completed the star core surgery. Alright, everyone, the venue for the final assessment has been prepared. Please follow me. The final assessment is about to begin. All students, please proceed to the central test site. The tension is real. Remember this. When you feel like you have hit a dead end, you might want to ask yourself, how have you managed to survive until now? After saying that, I turned and shouted to Caroline. Let us go, Caroline. I take the lead. Bringing Caroline with me, as the first to enter that deep, dark underground passage. Chenxing followed closely behind. Chen Kong watched my receding figure, my words echoing in his mind. How have I managed to survive until now? I wait for the start of the final assessment. The surrounding students are still whispering, without the slightest hint of tension for the final exam. Little ones, are you ready to welcome a true hell? As soon as her voice fell, a massive transparent barrier rose up. The center of the arena cracked open. A behemoth nearly 20 meters tall emerged. What? Are you kidding me? This thing's power level is pushing 3,000. A rank 2-star beast, the land dragon lizard. That is right. This is the content of your final assessment today. And the task is not complicated at all. Simply use every means at your disposal to survive 3 minutes against this fellow. You guys can form a squad of up to 3 people to challenge this big guy together. All right, I have finished explaining the final assessment. Now go find yourself some suitable teammates. After speaking, Yunmeng walked toward the land dragon lizard, gently patted him on the head. That guy acts as submissive as a puppy in front of him, but I know better. As far as we are concerned, he is the definition of ruthless. Before long, the other students began crowding around me. After all, I am the #1 student here. Chen Kong wanted to come over too, but he seemed a bit hesitant. Tiandao, big brother, there is no other way. Little Kong, this assessment is going to be a bit tricky. Even with you by my side, I can't guarantee we can handle this guy. Besides, compared to being with me, there is clearly a partner over there much better suited for you. Right. Chen Kong lowered his head. He did not dare approach his sister, but Chen Xing took the initiative to walk over herself. As usual, she did not pull any punches with her words. Don't you dare drag me down later. I won't, sis. Hey, Caroline. Tell me, do you think Chen Xing has some kind of hidden personality trait? Otherwise, why would she clearly care about Little Kong deep down, yet act like bitter enemies every time they meet? It is like she can't wait for Little Kong to vanish from the face of the earth right then and there. Caroline was busy using her tail to scroll through the tactical tablet, analyzing the land dragon lizard. She completely ignored me. Fine. The team is still short 1 person. I ignored the crowd of sycophants trying to ride my coattails. I walked straight toward the girl clutching a pillow, sleeping soundly on the floor, Lu Li. Hey, classmate Lu Li. The assessment is about to start. Snap out of it. Sigh. Looks like conventional methods won't wake her up. Lu Li. The cafeteria is serving food. Food, is it time to eat? No luck. Time for the trump card. Listen up, Lu Li. Get up for the exam right now, because if you do not, I am going to tell Chen Xing that you are the one who has been stealing and eating her secret snack stash. Tiandao, I am awake, I am awake. Quick, tell me what the exam is about. I am going to take this very seriously. Done. My final teammate is back in position. Oh, Tiandao. Stop calculating. That thing's star source level alone is over 30 times higher than ours. Even if you crunch the numbers until tomorrow, our win rate is still a big fat 0. But no buts. What do you think those old geezers' goal was when they unleashed this thing? They are obviously trying to intimidate us and put us in our place. Relax. Our goal is not just to beat it. We just need to find a way to make those old fogies' jaws drop. Tiandao, I need to replenish my sugar levels too. Get out of here. With that brain of yours, that barely completes a single thought once every 2 weeks. Do you really think you need glucose to fuel your intellect? Go play somewhere else. Who says I am actually a great thinker? Okay, don't you underestimate me, Tiandao. Stop. What is 10 times 25? 10. 25. That is... It is 250. The dummy. I knew it was 250. You just beat me to the punch. Tiandao, I am not a dummy. Look. This is the IQ test I paid $100 for last time. My score was a solid E. It is not like I would spend $100 on a test like this. Then you really are a total bonehead. Liar. Actually, Lu Li, I have done a similar test before. Really? Don't get your hopes up, dummy. With a sly fox like Caroline, she is either saying that to comfort you, or she did the test, but definitely skipped out on the bill. Definitely did not pay a cent. Tiandao, stop it. Fine, I will shut up. I am done talking. Let go of me, Caroline. Hey, let go. He is slandering me. Do I, Tiandao, look like the type of guy who enjoys lying? Calm down, Tiandao. Why are you getting worked up over a kid? Sister, do you think Tiandao and the others can pass the final exam? The rank 1, Tiandao, plus the rank 4, Caroline. Just looking at their raw stats, they are already the strongest among the 12 teams, the absolute peak. If even they can't pass the final exam, then I can't imagine who possibly could. Alright, instead of worrying about them, you would better focus on yourself. After all, if you dare to drag me down later, I won't let you off easily. You understood. Meanwhile, behind the one-way glass of the VIP lounge, several high-ranking officials are also observing us. No matter how you look at it, Tiandao's team is clearly the strongest, right? But even so, I still do not see them having even a ghost of a chance. After all, the level 2 land dragon lizard is a notoriously vicious beast. Its combat power is top tier for its rank. Even Tiandao's group would struggle to last 3 minutes against that thing, not to mention the other teams who are nowhere near Tiandao's level. Doctor, are you sure there is no issue with this final exam setup? No. On the contrary, I think this level 2 land dragon lizard is just right. Just watch closely, everyone. That boy Tiandao will definitely give you quite a surprise. Oh. Now this is interesting. The final exam has begun. We are heading onto the arena. Lu Li's legs have already turned to jelly. Tiandao, my legs feel weak. Give me a hand. Don't be a wimp. This thing is not even a real star beast. It won't actually kill you. That is not necessarily true. Little Tiandao, today's exam is different from the previous ones. If you still have that playful mindset when facing this test, you might walk away fine. But for little Caroline and little Lu Li, I can't say for sure. After all, the doctor personally told me that those high-ranking officials are all looking forward to your performance. He told me my land dragon lizard must not pull any punches. As for the doctor's personality, I do not think I need to elaborate. I know that old geezer's personality. He is like a rock in a latrine, stinky and stubborn. HMPH. Once he has decided on something, no matter what anyone says, he will follow through to the end. But Sister Yun, I recall that, for an ordinary land dragon lizard, the stone scales on its back should mostly be yellowish-gray, right? But look at the metallic luster on its back. I could see it clearly even from 100 meters away. This is not just some ordinary land dragon lizard. I would say it is right on the verge of a breakthrough. Sigh, who knows? This is a new beast you bred yourself. Don't give me that I do not know crap. Who are you trying to kid? Tiandao, I just remembered. I have got something to take care of. I am heading out first. Where do you think you are going? Tiandao, just let me go down first, okay? Wishful thinking is not it. Since you are already here, off you go. No. Is everyone ready? I held down Lu Li, who was shaking her head frantically, and gave a firm nod. Fine then. Let the final assessment begin. Power fly high. Lu Li's precision performance control left everyone in the VIP lounge astonished. Not bad. I used to wonder about a kid like Lu Li, who clearly has such obvious personality flaws. How could she stand her ground among these monstrous star children, and even rank third? Now I understand. This girl's talent for performance control must be at the absolute top tier. S rank most likely. This girl Lu Li is certainly impressive. But that cybercat behind her is equally remarkable. Star Energy Data Link. For a child so young, to possess such staggering computational power, he is another little monster. The Star Energy Data Link allows those in the mechanical system to act as a signal base station, using star energy to link with teammates and share real-time battlefield data with them. To pull that off is no easy feat. It requires an immense level of processing power. Otherwise, the flood of complex information from the battlefield would be enough to fry an ordinary brain. Their performance is indeed stellar, but it is still not enough. Star Eclipse Eye Future Sight. This is one of my core abilities. I can observe the flow of the target's energy, allowing me to predict the opponent's movements. In essence, it is a form of outcome deduction. Predicting the entire future of this level 2 star beast is unrealistic, but I only need one precious opening, and that will be more than enough. Countless streams of data pour into my mind. The deduction begins. I see it. Flash step. A flicker of shock crosses the land dragon lizard's eyes. It clearly did not expect me to dodge. Even though I can read its moves half a second in advance, the absolute gap in raw stats between us still makes it impossible for me to land an effective counter. Are you kidding me? Can we really last 3 minutes against a monster like this? Ah, sis. Shut up. Just watch closely. Meanwhile, inside the VIP lounge upstairs, to be able to hold out this long against a level 2 land dragon lizard, Tiandao truly deserves his title as the strongest. However, if I am not mistaken, that boy Tiandao is probably trying to buy as much time as possible for that cyber cat. Otherwise, he clearly had several opportunities to create some distance from the land dragon lizard, letting his 2 teammates share the burden and dragging out the battle as long as possible. But he did not choose to do that. Instead, he deliberately provoked it. He probably thinks that besides himself, his other 2 teammates would find it hard to withstand this giant lizard's onslaught. After all, even for a level 1 star beast that is holding back, a single casual strike is beyond what these half-grown kids can imagine. Is not it? The biggest advantage of the mechanical system over others lies in data collection and processing. That mechanical cat has not moved an inch since the very beginning. I assume she is collecting and analyzing the precious data Tiandao is feeding her. There is just one thing I do not understand. Oh, and what is that? For the mechanical system, any data collection and organization is ultimately about calculating a slim possibility among 1,000 impossibilities. Otherwise, cold data alone can never be converted into a superior combat result. If that is the case, then what is their goal in collecting this data? What exactly is this possibility they are so desperately pursuing to prolong the battle as much as possible? I would not be so sure about that. The canary lady seems to have noticed something too. She is lost in thought, noticing their conversation. The doctor's mouth beneath the silver mask curled into a meaningful smile. Stalling for time, Tiandao would never choose that. That would be like admitting defeat in his heart beforehand, and that is something Tiandao cannot accept. Once you eliminate all impossibilities, whatever remains is the only answer. Tiandao's goal is not to stall at all. He is waiting for the perfect moment to counterattack. Come on, Tiandao. Let me see where your absolute limit lies. The doctor is right. I will use my own way to secure victory in this final test. This is what I decided from the very start. As for the rules, they have only ever been shackles for the weak. I, Tiandao Simming, follow only the laws of my own heart. Tiandao. Hearing Caroline's voice from behind, I smirked. She has already done exactly what I asked. Now, it is my turn to perform. For the first time, I completely widened the gap between me and the land dragon lizard. Lu Li, now. Dreamscape contamination. Dreamscape contamination. The sudden blindness caused the land dragon lizard's movements to freeze momentarily. I closed my eyes, receiving the data transmitted from Caroline. Old injury on the front left knee. A 0.03 second gap in the new energy flow. Star source. Star Arts Azure. Incredible. Truly incredible. 3 half-stars who are not even level 1 actually managed to wound a level 2 star beast. Talent, courage, strategy, and nerves of steel under fire. This guy really is a natural-born leader. If he had not taken the brunt of the danger himself, even if this plan were perfect, they have absolutely no way to guarantee that everything will go according to the script. Tiandao. Are you really that certain you won't make a mistake? Are you truly that fearless of failure? He can't understand why I am doing this. If I just followed the rules, I could pass the test simply by stalling for time. But I have resolutely chosen a path that no one could have predicted. What I want is not to stall. I want to strike back. I am going to shatter everyone's preconceived notions. I will show them that miracles do exist. And now, that miracle is unfolding right before their eyes. The land dragon lizard rises in a fury. Its inner savagery has been fully unleashed. But when it spots our location, a surprisingly human-like look of confusion appears on its face. Hey there, big guy. Still pouting over there. The test is already over. Look at him, he is totally tilted, and he calls himself a level 2 star beast. How does he lose his cool so easily? Tiandao, you are going to get the next examinees killed. Not my problem. My test is finished, anyway. Hearing my words, the other star children nearby turn pale with frustration. Only a fool would step out there now. But just then, Chen Xing unexpectedly walks toward the arena. Sister, do not go yet. It is still fuming. Let go. Sister. Wait a bit. Just wait a little longer. Kong. Do you know why I have always looked down on you? Keep hiding, Kong. Why do not you just find a way to hide for the rest of your life? Your weakness and cowardice will eventually cost you everything you hold dear. You can afford to hide, but I can't. Because if even I run away, where else could a weakling like you possibly hide? So even if I know the next step leads to the abyss, I must walk into it without looking back. After all, there is no one left to stand in front of me. Now get lost. Don't block my way, you coward. Saying that, she ignores the despondent Chen Kong and heads straight for the platform. Hey Chen Xing. What do you mean, no one is in front of you? Those words, aren't you dismissing me a bit too much? Remember, you are only number 2. I am the one at the apex of the star children. HMPH. Though I must admit, this candy is pretty sweet. Phew, that was close. She almost outflexed me there. No one is in front of me. Damn it, Xing. How did you come up with such a cool and edgy line? If I do not do something now, you will steal all my spotlight. Still, what you just said was undeniably badass. Tiandao, do you think Chen Xing can pass the test? Thanks to my provocation earlier, there is no way that dragon lizard is going easy on her. Right now, that arena is a literal hell for Chen Xing. Who knows? But regarding their score, if Chen Xing's teammates can step up, their results might just exceed everyone's expectations. It is anyone's game. Actually, I know exactly what Caroline is thinking. After all, in everyone's eyes, Chen Kong is just a useless, ordinary person. But I know better than anyone. This original protagonist, whose spotlight I have snatched, actually hides an incredibly massive variable within him. However, with a masterpiece like me standing before them, even if they perform such a grand feat, it would be nothing more than a clumsy imitation that means nothing to me. Following that, Chen Kong and Yi Shenlin finally make their entrance. Sister. Seeing the star energy pistol in Chen Kong's hand, a wave of disdain spreads through the audience. You have to understand, with the arrival of the Star Source era, except for some specialized firearms, most traditional firearms can only deal with weak star apostles and star beasts. But from my perspective, this is a perfect display of him recognizing reality. Not bad. At least you know you are a loser. You did not come here empty-handed just for some face and get yourself killed. Chen Kong scratches his head awkwardly. Yi Shenlin, on the other hand, shows no prejudice. So, are you guys ready? Yeah. All right then, I wish you luck. The second round of the final test begins. It is obvious that my previous strike has completely ignited its rage. It is over. Someone's definitely going to die, right? Although he luckily withstood that blow, blood is already seeping from the corner of his mouth. The webbing of his right hand is even torn open. So heavy. Is this a level 2 star beast when it gets serious? A monster like this, can we really defeat it? Could it be that the only reason Tiandao could hurt it was because it underestimated its opponent? Shadow Shackle, Dark Thorn. It is no use, Chen Xing, in its berserk state. I can't restrain it at all. Chen Kong is paralyzed with fear. Under this immense pressure, he is on the verge of a breakdown. Just as Chen Kong was about to give up, a voice echoed in his mind. Remember, when you feel like you are at a dead end. You might as well ask yourself, how have you managed to survive until now? In a daze, Chen Kong subconsciously turns his head toward the stands. This is the final hint I gave him. Trust in your most ordinary, yet most extraordinary instinct. That is right. How have I survived until now? Naturally, it is because I am the weakest among everyone. Precisely because I am the weakest, no one pays any attention to me. Precisely because I am the weakest, no one would ever go out of their way to target me. The strong have their laws of survival. And the weak naturally have their own rules too. Since I am destined not to be a powerhouse, why not try the way of the weak? Why not use the methods of the weak to find my own way to survive? At that moment, his void pattern finally awakened. It is a strange power capable of neutralizing all star energy. Although there is another power lurking within him, it does not seem to acknowledge Chen Kong's existence yet. But for him, this is already enough. He found a way to pass the test. He wants to prove to everyone present that even an insignificant weakling still has the right to survive. Oh, has he finally vanished? What vanished? The disappearance of a certain weakest person, of course. After all, if the weak want to survive in this cruel world, they must make good use of the contempt of the strong. Hold on a second. Tiandao, the assessment is not over yet. Where are you going? Where else could I go? To the cafeteria to refuel my sugar levels, obviously, but is not this a bit too much of a rule-breaker move? Rules, those are things meant for the weak to follow. I, Tiandao Siming, am the rule. On the arena, Chen Xing and Rin are pinned to the ground by the land dragon lizard's star energy field. Tiandao could clearly wound it. I am clearly not that much worse than Tiandao. Just once. Even if it is just once, while the dragon lizard arrogantly looks down on us like ants, the shadow that everyone ignored finally moved. Chen Kong quietly picked up the cursed blade, Bloodflame. His hands are trembling violently. The blade's aura is resisting him, mocking his previous cowardice, but his grip remains rock steady. One shot. I only have one chance. A desperate counterattack from the weakest, interesting, quite fascinating. Chen Kong. Trying to survive under the nose of a powerhouse is no walk in the park. Especially when the opponent has seen right through you. The dragon lizard lowers its head in disbelief. It stares in shock at its own knee, at that jagged, bloody wound. And the land dragon lizard's star energy field, due to this sudden strike, shows a slight fracture. Chen Xing seized the opportunity. She picked up the cursed blade, Bloodflame, lying on the ground. Exploiting the gap while the dragon lizard's attention was on Chen Kong, she closed in instantly. Shadow Shroud. Dark Thorn. C. The land dragon lizard completely loses control. With a backhand, it slams Chen Xing into the barrier. Did you see that? Whatever Tiandao can do, I, Chen Xing, can do just as well. But unlike Chen Xing's joy, the land dragon lizard has been blinded by rage. Before a Tier 2 star apostle, the frenzied beast instantly snaps back to its senses. Its eyes are filled with pure terror. It can only grovel on the ground, trembling with its head bowed. Notify the medical team. Have them ready immediately. 2 S-class nutrient pods. Yes, madam. Medical personnel rush onto the field. They reach Chen Xing and Chen Kong, and with maximum speed, they perform emergency first aid on them. Night god Rin is just temporarily unconscious from exhaustion. Did you see that? Tiandao. I am not inferior to you. I return to my dorm. In the void before my eyes, lines of text appear that only I can see. System notification. Prequel of the Stars, Yukon is now broadcasting in the real world. The cross-dimensional playback feature is now active. Visual bullet chat and real-time popularity rankings are now enabled. Is it finally time to see the results? 8:00 p.m. On the real-world websites, the motion comic officially goes live. As a character in this series, I am staring intently at the fluctuating data in the back end. In this era where looks are everything, I know all too well the importance of a first impression. The scene opens. The protagonist Chen Kong is curled up in the dorm counting star coins. The nutritional meal he bought at the cafeteria was snatched away by bullies. When he arrived at the cafeteria, the nutritional meal he just bought was stolen by those thugs. The meal he purchased at the cafeteria was hijacked by bullies. The bullies took it for sure, and when he went to the cafeteria, his liquid meal was extorted by those bullies. His nutritional meal was snatched away by the bullies. When he went to the cafeteria, the nutritional meal he bought was definitely stolen by bullies. Yet, he only offered an apology. As expected, the comment section is absolutely blowing up. Does the production team have some kind of misunderstanding about growth-type protagonists? Is there a misunderstanding about growth-type protagonists? The live comments are exploding right now. The audience's rage is exactly what I predicted. People can accept weakness, but they cannot accept a heart that settles for mediocrity. Although there are a few defenders, the controversy is only getting more intense. As the plot progresses, the world building begins to unfold. This is a world that revolves around the star source. The star source is the origin of all extraordinary power. 95 years ago, during a unique meteor shower, countless star source fragments descended from the heavens. Because of these star source fragments, those who gained abilities are called star envoys. Animals and plants, however, are known as star beasts and star plants. The audience's enthusiasm recovered slightly, but their disdain for Chen Kong has not faded. Interesting. So it is a world setting based on superpowers. I am just here to relax. I am here for the hype. His looks are just average. What is the selling point here? His personality is so cowardly. Such a weak character. How can a protagonist like this be interesting at all? It is time for my grand entrance. Timing it perfectly, I appear at the entrance with Caroline. Brother Tiandao. Sister Caroline. Oh. Classmate Kong. Holy crap. Can such visuals even exist in reality? I am totally down for this cat-loving lady. My popularity points are skyrocketing. These 2 years of careful planning were not for nothing. Every single line of dialogue, every micro-expression, everything was for this exact moment. Lord Tiandao, I am your biggest fan. I almost choked on my water. As the first episode nears its end, my other prepared popularity magnet, Chen Xing, also makes her debut. Absolute perfection. I am totally simping for her. Mommy. Hey you simps upstairs, keep it down. Looking at the flood of comments triggered by Chen Xing's entrance. As expected, Chen Xing is my biggest rival. On the path to becoming the king of popularity. Episode 2 transitions seamlessly. Because the conflict between Chen Xing and me erupted, it completely overshadowed Chen Kong. The pacing of the plot suddenly accelerates. They are really burning the budget on these special effects. Damn, this pressure is insane. My legs are shaking just watching through the screen. Even Tiandao's legs must be shaking through the screen, right? Tiandao is the strongest among these people, is not he? Just when I thought my popularity was secured, a flashback suddenly pops up on the screen. A memory even I did not anticipate. In the memory, a silver-haired boy, sitting alone atop the corpses of 3 wolf beasts. A blood-stained fruit knife is stabbed into the ground beside him. His left hand is mangled. Using only his right hand, he clumsily unwraps a dirty candy. Just as the silver-haired boy is halfway through unwrapping it, a figure suddenly approaches. Did you do all of this by yourself? Yeah. After receiving my confirmation, Yunmeng remained silent for a long while. A moment later, she extended an invitation to my younger self. How about it? Do you want to join our organization? Sure, I replied quite casually. It was as if to the me of that time, going anywhere would be just fine. In fact, it was only in moments like this, only when eating candy, that I actually looked like a child. You really like candy, do not you? Yeah. Why is that? Because my mom once said, as long as you eat enough sweets, life won't be so bitter anymore. Is that so? It was obvious. Even though I had defeated those 3 low-level beasts that did not even possess a star core, I had still paid a heavy price. It is just that, because I remained perfectly calm from start to finish, Yun Meng had not even noticed it until now. It hurts, does not it? It is okay. It hurt a lot before, but it stopped after I ate the candy. Here. Isn't this expensive? Not to me, it is not. But even as a child, I had my principles. I did not take the chocolate. Just take it. Consider it a welcome gift for joining us. Seeing this, Yun Meng simply forced it into my arms. Thank you. By the way, little guy, what is your name? Tiandao. Tiandao Siming. Tiandao Siming. Now that is a truly great name. With that, the flashback ends. System prompt, audience emotional fluctuation detected. Severe sugar dependency has been added to the character traits. Popularity points plus 2,000. I looked at the prompt, feeling quite surprised. I just have a sweet tooth. But in the flashback produced by the studio, it actually turned into some profound, tragic yet powerful backstory. This misunderstanding is not a bad thing for me at all. Tiandao, you guys are working hard to get stronger. But I was born strong. As long as I eat enough candy, life won't be so bitter. This character setting is fire. Tiandao Siming is literally sweet to the bone, defeating 3 mutated wolves single-handedly at age 8. My image as a natural-born powerhouse is now deeply etched in everyone's minds. It also makes my suppression of Chen Xing in the plot feel completely justified. By comparison, the cowardice of the original protagonist, Chen Kong, becomes even more cringe-worthy. Until a hint about his star core appeared on the screen, the audience keenly caught the scent of a cheat or a power-up, but it still did not change their disdain for Chen Kong. Something's not right, totally not right. I am telling you. How can a guy with such a loser face be the protagonist? Oh, so he has a cheat code. So what if he has a cheat? With a personality like that, he is still trash even with a cheat. Amidst the audience's discussion, the second episode of Star Children, Prequel Aftermath, ended on the bet between Tiandao and Chen Xing, and the appearance of instructor Yun Meng. My plan to dominate the popularity rankings has achieved a perfect head start. Name, Tiandao Siming. Current popularity, 12,000. Current rank, number 1. Holding steady at the top. For now, I do not have to worry about being killed off by the plot. Besides that, as long as I can finish this season at the top of the popularity rankings, then I won't just get more screen time next season, but I will also bag a character promotion worth 1 million popularity points. Better yet, I will earn a one-time exclusive privilege to modify my character's backstory. Exclusive backstory modification privilege. It allows me to rewrite my character's background once, including adding unique lore, and even slotting in an extra innate talent. This so-called modification privilege is basically a free cheat code. Once I get my hands on it, I can immediately grant myself something like Primal Combat Mastery, a total game-breaking, max-level talent. It would skyrocket my potential and further cement my persona as a born powerhouse. However, as for how to use this background modification, I have already got a plan. After all, the most vital things in the starry world are the star sources. They are like the devil fruits of this realm. Think about it, why would you can organize this final test and invite so many high-profile figures? At the end of the day, is not it so that all 36 star children can acquire a star source that suits them? Yukan is just one organization. On their own, they can't provide 36 of these incredibly rare star sources, nor can they guarantee that all 36 star children will obtain one that is perfectly compatible with their star core. That is why we have this final test, and why those big shots are in attendance. The former is to identify the cream of the crop among the star children in the project, so the organization can award them the most fitting star sources currently in stock. It is all about maximizing resource efficiency. The latter uses the star project as bait to show those big shots the value of this plan. making them want to jump on board and provide star sources for the rest of the star children. Knowing how crucial star sources are in this world, it was a no-brainer for me. I will use that precious background modification to build my star source framework. Specifically, I will set an extra talent because the star source I am choosing next is vector control. And if I want to push this trait type star source's potential to the absolute limit, then I must have a top-tier mechanical talent, overclocking calculation. Because only by combining mechanical overclocking calculation with the star power observation of the Star Eater Eye can I create what currently only exists in my imagination, an invincible vector system. Right now, I have already obtained the Star Eater Eye, and once I clear this final test, I will secure the vector control I am after. Once that happens, overclocking calculation is the final piece of the puzzle. When the puzzle is complete, I won't just be a born powerhouse anymore. I will be the real deal. Episodes 3 and 4 airing this Sunday. The central test site, final exam begins. The massive rank 2-star beast, Land Dragon Lizard, stomps in. Its overwhelming pressure leaves the audience breathless. But in sharp contrast, as I use the star power technique, Azure, to strike down the Land Dragon Lizard, my powerhouse persona is already burned into the viewers' hearts. It has also caused my popularity points to skyrocket. I am quite satisfied with this highlight moment I designed for myself, but these leisure days are coming to an end. The assessment is over. The gap in star source among everyone will start to narrow, and what follows is a brutal turn in the plot. The Yukon organization is about to take a heavy hit. I open the popularity store. My eyes lock onto a specific item. Name, Death Substitution Bracelet. Effect, can negate one instance of fatal damage. Enters a state of suspended animation. Awakening happens later. Price, 100,000 popularity points. I am currently 1,000,000 points in debt. But for the upcoming plan, I must take the risk. Pure strength and coolness are just fleeting fireworks. Only by possessing true charisma can a character truly stand out. My usual lazy attitude and addiction to sweets are all to bridge the distance with the audience. But real charisma requires a tragic plot. On top of being powerful, I need to add a touch of misery. Emotional trauma is the real secret to viral engagement. You have consumed 100,000 popularity points. Purchased Death Substitution Bracelet. Hey. If you want momentary popularity to turn into eternal devotion, how can you not pay a price? I will use this item in the upcoming storyline to experience a real death. It is crazy, but it is worth it. Ah. Wow, the cafeteria has extra dishes today. Hey, Caroline. What are you still standing there for? Tiandao, how old are you, still stealing food like a kid? Caroline, how can you call it stealing? You clearly got this for me out of the kindness of your heart. Besides, since you are helping me get food today, tomorrow I will be the one taking a bullet for you. If anyone wants to bully you, then they will have to step over Tiandao's dead body first. Just take it as me talking nonsense. Fine, fine. Do you still want dessert? Absolutely. Watching Caroline walk away, my playful facade vanished. A flicker of guilt passed through my eyes. I am sorry, Caroline. Some words can only be said as a joke. Heroes are not allowed to cry, right? So the one who cries can only be you. This magnificent firework display must be witnessed by you. As long as I apologize properly later, you will forgive me. Right. After all, you always tolerate my childishness and whims, don't you? I look at the system's projection of the Star Chronicles preview. Episode 4. From a god's eye view, observing this part of life that I personally participated in, it really gives me a strange sense of displacement. Tiandao, why are you eating so absent-mindedly? Caroline can't see the screen. She just thinks I am staring into thin air. It is nothing, just thinking about some stuff. I brush it off casually, but my attention is still locked on the screen. At this point, the plot has reached, where Chen Xing chooses to challenge the enraged land dragon lizard. This segment, just hide, Kong. Just find a way to hide. Do it for the rest of your life. Your cowardice and timidity. Sooner or later, a day will come when everything you cherish will be taken from you, but you can run and hide. I, however, cannot. Because if even I were to hide, where else could a weakling like you possibly go? So, even if I know the next step leads into the abyss, I must march forward without looking back. After all, there is no one else standing ahead of me. Now get lost. Don't block my path, coward. But looking at it now, I was wrong. Seeing the flood of comments on the bullet screen, the food in my mouth suddenly lost its flavor. I expected that once this episode aired, Chen Xing's popularity would see an explosive surge, but from the looks of it, I still underestimated the impact of this plot point on the audience's emotions. After all, when a popular female character drops such hype lines, for those veterans in the real world, it really is a bit too much to handle. Fortunately, it was not the right time for me to do nothing, so I made a timely intervention. Hey Chen Xing. I want everyone to know that for the champion, what it means to have no one standing ahead of you. Those words of yours, aren't you disregarding me a little too much? Remember, you are only number 2. I am the true apex of the star children. That faded gaze freezes on camera, instantly boiling over. The screen is exploding. This is peak cinema. Instant hype. I have finally set the perfect stage for Tiandao's hype moment. Because of my sudden intrusion, it caused what should have been Chen Xing's solo show to turn into a dramatic face-off between her and me. It even allowed me, in this high-octane scene, to slightly overshadow Chen Xing, becoming the true protagonist of this highlight moment. The growth of my popularity has clearly surpassed hers. I completely stole the spotlight that belonged to Chen Xing. Then Chen Xing's team began their trial. But Chen Kong just watched timidly from the side. Why is this useless loser the main character? Most pathetic MC in history. I want a refund. Refund, total scam, give me my money back. Absolute garbage, refund now. Until Chen Kong's mind recalled that piece of guidance I once gave him. Remember, when you feel like you have reached a dead end, just ask yourself why you have managed to survive until now. Chen Kong's gaze shifted from cowardly to determined. The power of the void sigil began to surge. Holy crap, Tiandao is literally carrying the whole show. Tiandao is the ultimate carry. Chen Kong is just a fake protagonist. Tiandao is the real main character. Might as well rename the show Legend of Tiandao. Amidst the discussion in the comments, they also pointed out Chen Kong's uniqueness. No way, everyone else only has 1 star core, but you actually have 2. No wonder you are the main character. After 4 episodes, this protagonist finally looks the part. Oh. Has it finally disappeared? Disappeared. That would be the disappearance of a certain weakest link. After all, if the weak want to survive in this cruel world, they must learn how to exploit the arrogance of the strong. Don't you agree? Playing the long game since episode 1. This guy is terrifying. Please check if Tiandao is a transmigrator. Fake protagonists struggle to awaken. The real protagonist watches the drama with elegance. The real protagonist watches the drama with elegance. Truly superior. The real protagonist watches the drama with elegance. Truly superior. The real protagonist watches the drama with elegance. The audience's reaction is so intense. It is because it feels like Chen Kong and the other star children are not even in the same dimension as me. I am looking down from a near godlike perspective, watching everyone around me, and this kind of mental and strategic dominance instantly gives the audience goosebumps. This transcendent mindset, combined with my previous series of preparations, instantly makes everyone take it for granted that I am the strongest in the Yukon prequel. After all, an anime is different from reality. The audience can't predict how reality unfolds, but they can definitely predict the plot of a show, as well as the hidden messages the production team wants to convey. Which means, even if I am not the power ceiling of the show right now, They all firmly believe that in the future, I will surely become the ultimate power ceiling. As long as this concept is planted in the audience's minds, then my goal is achieved. After all, from the very beginning, I never forgot that I am living in an anime world. Caroline, I am done eating. Take your time. I am heading back first. Oh, all right. Chen Kong's next performance does not matter anymore. I have already anchored myself in this series, in that one and only transcendent position. After all, headcanon is the most irrational thing in this world. I stare at the death substitute bracelet on my wrist, calculating the final battle of the first season. 1 tier 2-star envoy and several tier 1-star envoys. Knowing their weaknesses and traits as I do, as long as I make good use of this 6-month window, I am quite confident that I can take them all down with me. But to make this firework display meet my expectations, I need to further increase my strength. Sigh, borrowing from the new to pay the old. When will I ever clear this popularity debt? I open the popularity store, searching for the item that can change the game. Once I get my hands on it, plus tomorrow's vector control. By the end of the first season in 6 months, I will be able to present to everyone the most magnificent and tragic fireworks display. Morning, Tiandao. Lu Li, looking half asleep, waved at me as I was the last one to enter. Don't be so tense, everyone. It is just a star source selection meeting, is not it? Relax, just relax. Looking at the injury on Chen Xing's arm, I could not help but nag a bit. Hey Chen Xing. Is that wound still not healed? Looks like our organization's medical level is subpar. Otherwise, how could they not have mastered scarless technology? It has nothing to do with the organization. I intentionally asked them to leave the scar, because it serves as a constant reminder that I must work harder to avoid such a desperate scene from happening again. Ah, desperate. But why did I feel that the final test was actually quite easy? Didn't it just end after a bit of casual fighting? The conference room doors opened. The doctor and Yun Meng walked in. Everyone stood up in respect, except for me, still lazily slumped in my chair. Come on, at least try to look the part. You have zero sense of discipline. Sister Yun, I am still recovering from my injuries, so I can't really move around much, right? Suit yourself. I am too tired to deal with you. Good morning, everyone. It seems you all understand what these stars represent. That is right. They are the legendary star sources. 95 years ago, a peculiar meteor shower changed the world forever. And that meteor shower was the origin of these powerful star sources. For a long time afterward, humanity was as curious about this mysterious power as they were terrified of it. But after years of intensive research, we have finally begun to grasp the principles behind the star source. The essence of stars. The ultimate cosmic power at the core of a planet. Although we still do not know what exactly triggered that meteor shower 95 years ago, we do know one thing for certain. The arrival of that shower completely ushered in a brand new era. However, just as the star source began a new epoch, I believe your emergence will mark the start of a whole new age. The age of the Quincun stars. All right, everyone, aside from Tiandao and Chen Kong, who is still in the medical pod, the rest of you, follow Yun Meng to claim your respective star sources. Tiandao, are you sure you want to choose that star source? Given your performance, you only need to ask, and no matter how rare the star source is, I can find a way to get it for you. Furthermore, based on our long-term observation of your traits, the illusion-type star source currently at the base would suit you perfectly. Are you sure you want to pass on that one and settle for this ordinary vector control? whether it is suitable for someone else, is not for others to decide. The visionary, that is just a shadow lurking behind others forever. That does not fit the style of Tiandao Simming at all. When I, Tiandao Simming, commit to something, I either do not do it, or I become the absolute strongest. So, doctor, I think this vector control is just my speed. As for the visionary power, let us leave that for Chen Kong. Chen Kong woke up in the nutrition pod, his body covered in tubes. Doctor, Chen Kong is awake. After being unconscious for 3 days, Chen Kong's body surprisingly showed no signs of internal trauma. The medical team was stunned. Chen Kong, still in his hospital gown, shuffled his way to the training grounds. Whoa, you recovered that fast. Yeah, I just woke up this morning. Since you only woke up this morning, why are not you getting more sleep in the recovery room? You know, multiple times before, I tried to apply for sick leave with the medical staff, but those annoying jerks kept rejecting me. They even accused me of faking it. Then they started threatening me, saying if I dared to bother them again, they would report my faked illnesses straight to Instructor Yun Meng. Now I am too scared to go even when I am actually sick. So you have such a perfect chance to slack off. Why on earth are not you cherishing it? You are so weird. Chen Kong scratched his head awkwardly, unsure of how to respond. Meanwhile, Lu Li's eyes were slightly closed, drool hanging from the corner of her mouth. She is clearly sleepwalking. That is Lu Li's star source. Dream of the white eye. The basic effect is, it allows her to remain in a state of deep sleep, even while she is technically awake. Her way of cultivating is just sleeping more and dreaming more. I hate to admit it, but this star source actually enhances her ability to slack off to a certain extent. Because outsiders have no clue if she is just goofing off, or if she is actually training. Chen Kong lowered his head like a reflex, a habitual sense of inferiority. Have some confidence, Kong. The current you is no longer that useless trash that everyone looked down on. After all, if it was not for you back then, Tiandao and I would not have been able to even scratch that guy. Chen Kong remained silent. The shackles of personality are not that easy to break free from. Chen Xing turned to Lu Li, feeling helpless. Lu Li, give me another dream candy. No way. You have not even given me the desserts you owed me from yesterday, and now you want more from me. I am not giving you anything. Status, do not disturb. Just one. Consider it part of the ones from the last 2 days. I will pay you back with the organization's after-dinner desserts later. Liar. Didn't you lose all your desserts to Tiandao in a bet? What exactly are you going to pay me back with? Sister Lu Li. Sister Lu Li, you can have my desserts instead. Deal. For 1 month. Lu Li, do not go too far. I am only taking a few of your dream candies, and you actually want a whole month of my brother's desserts. Do you think that is a fair trade? 1 week tops. Otherwise, I will find another way to pay you back myself. Say fine. 1 week it is. But let us get this straight. You can't keep snatching my dream candies like this anymore. No problem. Sister, what was that just now? It could not be someone launching a surprise attack on the base, right? It is nothing. Most likely just Tiandao researching his star source again. Totally normal, totally normal. Is Brother Tiandao's star source that powerful? How else could it cause such a massive commotion? Kong. It is never the star source that is strong. It is Tiandao himself. Because if it were not for him, I really can't imagine. Who else could develop that kind of star source to such a level? Let us go. Since you are so curious, I will let you see for yourself. Anyway, Tiandao does not care if people know the effects of his star source. 3 days ago, he said, only the weak worry about being targeted. Single quote, and live their lives in constant fear. A true powerhouse. Single quote, must possess the absolute confidence that they are supreme beneath the heavens. So even if his star source abilities become common knowledge to everyone, he won't give a damn. Because he is Tiandao Simming. And he fears no challenge from anyone. That definitely sounds like something Brother Tiandao would say. Even after obtaining my own star source, the gap between Tiandao and me seems to have become even more despairingly vast.